Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing today? It is Yusuf Chowdhury tuning in from San Antonio, Texas. It is 5:58 p.m. Central Time. We got 2 minutes to start. Just bear with me here. Okay, I got 1 minute. Excuse me. My throat is acting up. All right, Lashonda, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Okay. Today I really gotta bounce after 40 minutes or so. So let's go ahead and cover this thing real quick. Excuse me. I'm stressed. Why? Why are you stressed? Let me de-stress you. Okay. Let me use my usify the skill and de-stress you. Added in my laptop to Catalina and it's oh shoot because I was getting that message. Another update is available. Your Mac will try to update later tonight and will automatically restart. Mac, Catalina, really? It's very slow? Maybe I should wait then. Maybe I should wait because I was getting that notification that is forcing me to update as well. All right, let's go over these common mistakes in social media. These are the mistakes that I used to do. I learned from other, and I think I still probably do. But let me tell you some of the stuff that most accounts out there need to fix and avoid. And again, when I meet a prospect every week and I look at their profile, these common mistakes, like my God, it's like good and bad. Good for me because it's still there, and I can offer to help resolve those problems. So don't do it. Okay. Greg Al Guzman, my man, what's going on, brother? Assalamu alaikum. I have a good question. I'm starting my travel blog and taking advice. Good job. I'm coming up with my domain name. They don't have .com available. Should I go with blog or vacation or org or .net? Interesting. Well, first of all, what kind of name you're coming up with? If it's not under your name, like gregguzman.com, okay, then you might have to come up with some sort of interesting name that can also attract your audience. So let's say if you are about if you're a kind of guy who travels, let's say 5 weeks in a year or 6 weeks in a year, then you can call it 6 years in a week vacation.com. Just to give an idea. Just to give an idea. So, or if you are going to talk about how to properly plan and budget, maybe you can come up with the name that has to do with, budgeting travel or something like that. You know what I mean? So you have to brainstorm the name first. After you do that, go into the domain name provider. It's not the only thing. You have to go to archive.org to make sure that that name is not anywhere for brand consistency. So come up with a couple of names, maybe like top five or top three, and share it with me, and we can go through it and see which is the best one we can pick. Texas Nomad blog. Texas Nomad. So there's no TexasNomad.com. Interesting. Interesting. Hey Marisol, what's going on? It's been a while. It's been a long time. Not a long time. No, it's been a while. Not a long time. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. So I think Texas Nomad is pretty cool. Let's see if we can come up with something else within the Texas Nomad. Maybe Texas Nomad Traveler. See if we can find the .com like that. You know, I mean, even if you have the .blog, it's not a problem. .com is very popular, so even if people make a mistake, they're gonna look for .com. You know what I mean? But it's not the end of the you know it's not a like super big deal. But try try to get the .com. If not, then the last result definitely will be .blog because your website is a blog, right? You're a blogger, traveler blogger. What if your business expands? You produce videos, right? If you become heavily on YouTube or live streaming, then would the name blog fit? See, that's why having a .com can eventually fit everything. But again, at the end of the day, what is going to bring you or help you monetize? That proper strategic planning is very important. I saw how you've been putting stuff together. Yeah, .com is better, but even if you don't have .com, it's not like a problem. I mean, there are other ways you can help brand your site. I have another friend here. He fixed like PCs, and his website is like .expert. He's doing pretty good, you know. So, but I would say try to get mess with the words a little bit with the name. Marisol, yes, sir. My phone Facebook hasn't been working. Finally, catching up on you on the computer. Good to see you. We made a lot of changes. Your computer, awesome. I would love to see those changes. Please share them with me so I can run another analysis and tell you exactly what's the status. Right? I would love to check that for you. Okay. So Greg L. Guzman, let me know if I was able to answer your question or if you want to meet up with me so we can go over this. Now, let's talk about the subject tonight, and that is the most common mistakes when it comes to social media platforms. Okay, so there's it's not sequential. So the mistake that I'm going to share with you, it's all like kind of jumbled, but if y'all have let me go through all of these. I jotted down 15 of them. After that, maybe if y'all have more or something that I missed, feel free to share it with me. And by the way, usually I do request the audience in the middle of the show, if you like the show, tag your friends, share it, invite. Okay, so let's do this. Great. Yes, bro. Maybe we can meet up later. You helped me out. I think no problem, man. Let's try to meet up tomorrow. Don't forget the class. I sent the email. I asked everybody who needs a copy, but nobody responded for that book, right? So let me know if you need a copy so I can print it out so we can practice tomorrow at our 6 o'clock class. Steven and Mandy, thank you so much for liking the video. Okay, Juan Valdez, you tagged him. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go and talk about the common mistake, and I hope I hope you are doing these mistakes so you can avoid it. Okay, so the first one, when it comes to like common social media mistakes, I'm sorry, Marcel. I every Friday I do an Arabic language class here locally in our community from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So Greg is one of the students that comes in to learn the Arabic language. So I was telling him, hey, I sent an email to all the students. They all need a copy so we can go practice writing. Shannon in the house, how are you? Good to see you. Saw your video lesson about you enjoying the snow. I was like, okay, it was okay. And the next day it was like close to like very hot. Okay. All right, let's get to the topic, folks. What's going on here? Let's get to the topic. Social media common mistake. The first one is not doing a research about your audience. And this is very common, not just within the social media, but even when building a website. Excuse me. When building a website, hey Shannon, when building a website, you have to understand. Even Greg, we talked about this. You have to know who is your audience. Okay, my man Steve, what's going on, brother? Who is your audience? Try to identify who is your customer. We call this in the advertising agency lingo, we call this buyer's persona, right? Try to identify them, who they are, who you are going to target. What's their age group? What's their demographic? What do they like? Where do they hang out? Uh, Mr. Wrangler, so did you teach Arabic marketing classes? Not really. I want to teach Arabic language, but I haven't. Maybe when I go back to the Middle East this year, well, it's funny because last year I was in Jeddah and I taught WordPress. It wasn't in Arabic; it was also in English. But if anybody's interested to learn marketing in Arabic, hey, let me know. So, as I was saying, the first common mistake is that you have to identify who is your ideal customer, because if you understand them, then you can come up with materials, values, and content that fit their needs and challenges, and you're gonna be the person who answer the questions, right? So the first mistake is I look at all these social channels, and the first question I ask these prospects, okay, who is your customer? They always tell me everybody, right? Everybody doesn't work. As I mentioned before, I haven't seen Everybody's Magazine. I haven't seen a magazine called Everybody's Magazine. So try to identify, do some research and identify who is my ideal audience. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, let's see, focus on numbers and not quality. And this is very common too. So a lot of people say that, I want a lot of likes, I want a lot of followers. But the issue with that, if your followers are not your audience, let's say your friends and family or somebody not interested, or maybe even fake accounts, you can go to Fiverr, pay somebody $5 and they create a fake followers. In fact, a couple of years ago, my friend Jonathan accidentally, when he didn't know how these social media things work, and he came up to me and we were laughing at it. Both of us were laughing at it. So he did pay some services where he got this bunch of followers and likes on the Facebook page. And when Facebook several years ago started, deleting and banning all these fake account, half of his followers basically went down because he didn't realize that they were fake. So don't just focus on the number. I understand sometimes having a number can show others that you're popular, you're an influencer, and it's all about the show off, right? That's the problem with the society these days. It's all about just show off, and show off mostly fake. So many so-called YouTube celebrities and Vine and Instagrammers and Snapchat, a lot of them coming out and saying that we basically faked everything just so we can get likes, just so we can get followers. Because in YouTube, if you have more likes, more followers, you can get monetized. So there was no sincerity in putting their material out there. There are some who are sincere and they're great, but don't fall into this so-called numbers game, right? So focus on quality. Let's see. So I mean, let's see. You know what I mean? So focus on quality. If you have a 15, what do you call this? 15 royal, honest, die-hard fans that appreciate what you do, and they engage with you and they share and they comment, they might have a couple of hundred friends or maybe 50 friends, and the cycle can continue for people to come and engage with you, right? So focus on quality, because that's very, very important. I mean, it's a common mistake, and sometimes I don't know how can I try to simplify as much as I can that your actual customers is what you need to attract, not just anybody. Because if you add anybody, it just wastes your effort, it wastes your time. If they're not interested in what you have to offer, if they're not interested in what you're teaching, what you're sharing, then there is not going to be any type of engagement and communications, anything like that, right? So don't just focus on the number, try to focus on the quality. It's better for you to build things slowly, making sure that these are actual audience that love what you do, versus just putting numbers and showing the rest of the world like, look, I'm very popular, I have so many followers. Means nothing. There's so many so-called influencers that have like millions of followers. When they try to sell their product, they didn't even make more than like probably $50, right? Because most of them didn't care. And there are tools out there. For example, this is an awesome tool that I found from the founders of Moz, Ryan Fishkin. It's called Spark Toro, and this is mostly for Twitter. So if you go to Spark Toro, excuse me, guys, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and share the screen so you can see what is this Spark Toro. Okay, so this is Spark Toro. Okay, Spark Toro. It's mostly for Twitter. So when you add your name or your Twitter account, it will show you how many of your Twitter followers are actually fake. So you can go ahead and remove them. I mean, you can put any people's Twitter account, the follower people that you know Twitter's account. You can put all the politicians' Twitter account. You know what I mean? You'll be surprised how many of those accounts are real or not. So that's another good tool for you to find out if my followers are actually real or bots or fake accounts. So go ahead and give it a shot. Give it a try. Typically, if you are below 11% in fake followers or bots, you're good. Anything more than 30 to 40%, that means half of your account is not good, right? So go ahead and give it a shot. Put your Twitter account right here using this awesome service. You can also put your competitors' Twitter account or anybody's Twitter account that you want to know how many people are actually real. You know what I mean? So that's what the tool is. So number two was, don't just focus on the numbers, focus on the quality. Okay. Number three, it's part of the number two, and that is do not buy followers. I don't know why would you do that. I think people are stuck in the 90s where they just try to buy leads. Don't do that. Don't go to these services that you can buy fake leads or fake followers or pay somebody to follow you. That makes no sense. Like, if you're selling something or selling a product, you're going to pay somebody to follow you just to show somebody else that again you're popular. It doesn't make any sense, right? That's what I will say. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so stop buying followers. Don't do that. Okay, that's a no-no in my book. Can you get a return on Facebook ads spending 200 to boost the post? Excellent question. Well, Steve, it depends what kind of ad you're running, what kind of niche. Because think of it this way: if I have one taco, right? But there are five guys or five guests. How can I feed those five people my one taco? Right? You gotta have at least five tacos or 10 for them to be satisfied. Maybe each one I'm going to get two. So when you spend 200, how many of your audience going to see the ad? Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you spend less, Facebook can tell you before you go to the typical Facebook boost from the page itself. Go on the Facebook ad manager and create an audience, right? Do a research about your location and find out who's interested in fixing PCs or who has a laptop and whatnot, and see how many numbers shows up in your location. Then after that, if you run an ad for a boost, whatever money you put, Facebook will tell you how many people can actually see that, right? If it's like a 200, 300, 500, then based on the amount of people that can see the ad, you invest that money. And again, when they see the ad, that doesn't mean they're going to click on it either. Make sense? So if that's all you have, and if you want to test it, sure you can, but I'm not sure it will do good or not. It's all about testing it, right? I have clients who pay 500, they do good, and some of them don't. I have clients who pay like anywhere between 1,000 to 6 grand, and some do great and some don't. It all depends on the ad copy, the location, the demographic, the A/B testing, and so forth. Okay, that was a good question. So that was number three. Don't buy followers. Let's see. What tips for local business? Can you be more specific? What do you mean by local business? We did talk about the local listing. That's the first thing. You gotta take care of those. Make sure it's 100% complete. Right? You can also utilize live streaming. Especially, I saw you at the Live Streaming Pro. You were asking those good questions to Lori and David. If you can start a show showing people how to do basic things, giving them the knowledge, you can also attract, right? Let's see, Mr. Wrangler. Actually, I'm really interested to know about the marketing. Okay, Mr. Wrangler, that's great, but let me know what kind of question do you have. Computer repair clients, so what should I target? If you have a local store, then you have to target the zip code in your area, for example, right? So try to target that. In fact, I don't know if I talked about the list of all the possible features within Facebook ad, because right now Facebook ad, they made a lot of changes. Even the backend last week when I checked it, looks really different. So check this website here. This is my direct. It's a good company. It's Brian is the owner. Mr. Brian. He's the owner of this company called Advertise Mint. Okay, his specialty is in only Facebook ad. Okay, he has a big clients, Fortune 500. He's one of his clients. So if you need a copy, also his website is awesome, tons of awesome content. If you want to check it out, advertisement.com blog. When you go to his blog, check out this portion right here. Get your copy of the complete guide to Facebook targeting. So this is a cheat sheet that has all the target. You can look at all the target, your location, your audience. It's all right here, because to go to the back end and click on the drop down and find how many target, how many location, how many that, it might be time consuming. So why not get a copy, get into his list, he's Yusufat approved, and get a copy of this awesome PDF, okay, from this website right here, advertisement. That's kind of very smart right there. Okay, and don't forget a free resource by facebook.com blueprint, facebook.com/blueprint. Make sure you go there and find out what there are a lot of free courses right here. It will show you how to run ads for local businesses, like a brick and mortar businesses. It's all right here, bro. It is all right here. It's completely free. So I highly suggest you all need to learn these. I don't understand so many awesome free resources. So go and check it out, okay? Don't forget to get this. All right. Let's see the comment here. Let's see on Instagram. Let's see on Instagram post. Should hashtag be in the post or in the comment? That's an excellent question. I prefer to be in the post itself, because that post will be discoverable. When you go to Instagram yourself, right? I know people have different opinions. Some say in the comments, some say in the post, and some say both. But think about it. When you upload something on Instagram and you do a search in the search box, you will see content, the images that show up that already has the attachment of the hashtag, right? But when they comment, I don't know if they show up again in the news feed. Do you see what I'm saying? Even if you comment, people are like, why is this person commenting hashtag, what they're trying to do, right? So my suggestion is, when you post an image, the image, you can look at my Instagram, there's an image and there's a description what the image is about, or what's the content or the copy about that image. Then after that, you have the dot 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 and all the hashtags below. So that way it will not be too distracting and annoying for the reader. What I recommend using for hashtag, by the way, check out this website right here. It's called I think daily check out this website, daily purposes. It's thinking daily purposes. Oh, it did. Daily purposes. Did it come? No, did it come? Oh, let me try again. Let me try again. Let me try again. Daily purposes. There you go. Daily purposes. So check this out. The daily purposes. So this is an awesome tool, daily purposes. If I type, let's say yoga, for example, so now it will give me 30 hashtags. You see all this popular hashtag, and I can copy it, right? I can copy this hashtag. Once I copy it, it will automatically give me the dot, 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 and all the hashtag. Why? Because when you upload the images, you can put the image and describe your content or your tip, then you can copy and paste the dot, 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 and all those hashtags. So it's already made for you. Okay, so I would advise you to try that. Also, try to use a website called Right Tag. The cool thing about Right Tag, it will tell you which hashtags that are active, that are actually bringing visibility and conversation. It is mostly for Twitter, but they also added a feature for Instagram. Okay, so this is very awesome. Anything that is green means it's as active. It can help you to get exposure. If it's blue, that means it's kind of getting there, and if it's red, it means don't use it, and if it's gray or white, means doesn't exist, right? So check out those two tools, the Right Tag, that's RITE tag.com, and also the daily purposes. Okay. Let's see. So thank you. Greg says, for WordPress plans, regarding my needs, specifically premium plans or business plans, it's a big difference at $8 per month No, bro, don't go to WordPress.com for the love of God. Do not go to WordPress.com. You don't need to go there. Forget WordPress.com. You need to go with the domain provider. You buy the domain from, let's say, GoDaddy. Then you have to pay a web host. Like you pay them for the hosting service, like $5 a month. Forget.com. This is the confusion that is still even in 2020 people have. They go to WordPress.com thinking it's free. No, forget WordPress.com. Just don't go to .com. Don't even go to .org. There is a WordPress.org and there is a WordPress.com. Ignore both of them. Okay. And if you want to understand the difference, there's so many articles on that explains the difference. But for now, just don't go to WordPress.org or WordPress.com. Just get the domain name first. That should be your homework, right? When it comes to hosting, I will recommend which hosting should be good for you. I personally love SiteGround because they have an awesome service. So, but you're gonna end up paying like probably 120 a year. But the first year will be $47, and after that, it will go back to the original price, which is $10. And by the way, don't forget this year we are doing our WordCamp event here in San Antonio. So do your best to attend because it's only like $20 or $25 for 2 days. I highly recommend anybody who is a blogger who wants to get into WordPress sign up with this event. Let me see if I can find this event website. Marisol got it. No WordPress. I get the domain name from Yahoo Site Builder. Is that okay? Okay, if you got the domain from Yahoo, that's fine, Marisol. But now you have to pay for the web hosting, so you can go with SiteGround with different company, because the Yahoo Site Builder or the GoDaddy Site Builder, it's okay, but you don't have full control because those are very template based, and you cannot do so much with it. Especially when it comes to like search engine, it's not that user friendly. And in fact, by the way, I'm doing a workshop this month on the 29th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So if you're a beginner, you want to learn how to build a site on a self-hosted WordPress, then you have to get the domain and a web hosting. Okay. So let's see. Here we go, folks. For the WordCamp, I'm still with Weebly, not WordPress. Although that's fine. At least you have a website. That's better than nothing. I'm glad that at least you have a website. That's very, very important because I don't know if you know this, but I believe more than 40% of the small businesses in America don't even have a site. At least you do. So before changing the website, we have to go back to the drawing board. Yesterday I talked about the common mistake on website. If you get a chance, watch that video. Okay, when is that happening? Okay, let me first show you guys the WordCamp. What happened to the link? 1 second. Let me show you the WordCamp event this year. It's very, very super affordable. It's only like $25 or $40, I think. So I highly recommend you all need to join. It's going to be next month from 28 to 29, downtown UTSA. There's stuff for kids. You want to bring your kids to learn, building a site, please do. A lot of details. You can see what kind of classes they offer for beginners and advanced and intermediate. So I highly recommend that you all need to check out this one. Okay, the WordCamp for this year. Now about the meetup, I don't know if you're still part of my meetup, the meetup.com/saonlinemarketing.com. So I posted the class here. If you did not join, make sure you join this meetup because all the classes I posted for this month on Thursday the 20th, I'm going to talk about how to increase visibility and how to use analytics, keyword tool, and the new rules for the YouTube. Then Monday 24th, I'll talk about LinkedIn. Monday 25th, I'll talk about Instagram and WordPress Wednesday, which is on Wednesday, the last Wednesday. Then let's see what else I have. 1 second. But I did put the WordPress, especially for you, Greg. You need to come to this WordPress class. It's very, very important for beginners. So if you want to build something on the side for now, or if you want to practice, right? Oops, 1 second. Let me go back. Let me show you all the events. Come on, what's happening here? Okay, so events. The website is meetup.com/SA online marketing. Remember that, SA online marketing, one word. Upcoming events. Come on, meetup. Yes, you have to go to this link meetup.com/SA on the marketing and join the meetup, then RSVP for the class so I would know how many coming. Okay, you have to do that. So check out this the 20th on YouTube, 24th LinkedIn, 25th Instagram, 26th WordPress Wednesday. This is basically several topics we discuss on this session. Then 27th, is your website AD compliant, which means is your website compliant according to American Disability Act. And the 29th WordPress workshop for beginners. So it's on the 29th, which is Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Gregor Guzman, I'm coming. Hey, there you are, right on the front. Where? What on the front? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. All right. So let's go on. These are good. How? Let me know if I answered all your questions. Let me go back to the common mistake on social media. We talked about not doing the research about your audience. We talked about focusing on numbers and not quality. We talked about not to buy followers. It's going to be right here in my office, the workshop. Everything is in the event. When you sign up, it will show you the locations and everything. So it's all there. Okay. Then, oh, number four. Number four is incomplete profile. So if you have like three or four, it's going to be Adventure Point here. It's going to be right here. Okay. The workshop, like right here. Okay. Incomplete profile. So make sure if you have like Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, make sure the profile is complete. The picture that you're using, the description of the business, the link for your website. Okay, Gregor Guzman, pay attention. Okay, so make sure your profile is complete. So whatever the social channel requires from you to add a description, a bio, link, anything, make sure they are 100% complete. And even till this day, I'm surprised that there's so many social platforms out there that the businesses don't even put their own website. And then how do you want them to go to your business, right? So make sure the profile is complete. Okay, folks, it is 9:30 p.m. Central Time right here in San Antonio, Texas. I'm going to bounce in 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and cover all these con mistakes. Number four, incomplete profile. Number five, no link or a landing page. Now, this is something my friend Nabil Aziz from Dubai was actually put a post on Facebook saying that would you like to have a Linktree app or link, or just a landing page that can take your visitors straight to a landing page where you can capture the name and emails. Make sense? So make sure you have your website or a landing page on all your social channels in the profile. Number six is not engaging within comments, and I've seen so many content out there that are posted, right? And the audience are commenting or sharing, especially when they comment. I mean, do your best to reply or respond as soon as you can. I mean, you don't have to respond right away, like super fast, but don't respond like after 1 week. You know what I mean? At least within 24 hours, right? Make sure you respond and engage with the comments. So that was number six. Let's see. Number seven, relying too much on automation. And I've seen this where people, for some reason, add me in different groups, or they share something in different groups, and they did not do it manually. They use probably third-party services where they just put one click and all these link goes to all these Facebook groups. So there's no honesty there. There's no sincerity there. Like, you just spamming and throwing the content out there without even really looking to see exactly what's going on. So when I tell these followers, like, hey, you're sharing this thing on this day and you're not supposed to, it violates the Facebook group policy. And the first response I get from them, which group? Right? That means they didn't do it manually, right? I'm not saying don't use automation. Automation is good if it's used strategically and properly. It's good. It's good for your spending your time efficiently. It is even good sometimes to your audience, but you don't want to go super everything automated. Okay, so there has to be some sort of balance. That was number seven. Number eight, not being consistent. This is very important, and you can take me as an example, like how when I used to, for example, do live streaming in 2015 and 2016, I used to get a lot of viewers. When I stopped for a year, Now coming back is now you have to build everything from scratch, right? So if you do things consistently, just like TV shows, your momentum of the audience is going to grow. So if you decided to post Monday to Friday, then stick Monday to Friday, okay? And when I talk about the consistency, not just in terms of posting, but also the quality of the content. If your content talk about a specific subject on a consistent basis, on a consistent time, on a consistent days, that's what you need to do your best. And of course, we're human beings. Sometimes things happen, we can fall, but that's not an issue, because if your audience love you and trust you, they will understand and they'll come back. Make sense? Shannon, and it's always changing. Check to see if there is more to fill in. Yes, absolutely, Shannon, because sometimes the profiles setting changes. That's an awesome suggestion. Let me put that in the note. That's going to be number 16. Always check filling. Okay, that's going to be number 16 in terms of common mistake. Thank you. So does that make sense, folks, about the not being consistent? Number 9. Let's see. Number 9 is no content strategy. That means you have no strategy in pushing the content. So when you try to apply the social media for your business, you have to come with a plan. For this whole month, what I'm going to share every Monday, what I'm going to share every Tuesday, what I'm going to share on Wednesday. Right? You have to have some sort of strategy, like images versus videos versus links, and maybe one post promotional once a week. So you have to run these strategies. Then I'm going to talk about another tip right here. Use the analytics to identify what's working, what's not working. So you can take the analytics data to go back and implement what your customer like or don't like. Okay. So number 9 was no content strategy. Number 10, not utilizing the analytics or track your effort. So Facebook has its own analytics, Twitter has its own analytics, same thing with YouTube and LinkedIn. You have to track your work. So if you have a 3-month plan, 6-month plan, check every month and see exactly what's working, what's not working, and track your effort, track the work. Okay, that's very, very important, because you don't want to end up just running like the gerbil 24/7 and expecting things to happen when nothing is happening. That was number 10. Number 11, not using hashtag strategically. This is very important, because you can't just drop hashtag everywhere. If you put a hashtag in Instagram, 30 hashtag, that's not going to work on Facebook or on Twitter. Make sense? So you have to be very strategic on how you're using the hashtag, where are you using it, because not all social media channels are equal. The platform are different, right? The concept of behavior might be the same, but the tools and the platform itself are different. So you have to treat it differently, right? Because they're not equal. But when it comes to the hashtag, you got to be very strategic, not just in terms of how many hashtags, but also effective hashtags. So that's why you use daily purposes or right tag to find the correct hashtag, right? Otherwise, you don't want to be just hashtagging the heck of every word that you type. If you do that, you're going to become a hash hole, and you don't want to be a hash hole. Make sense? Okay. So not using the hashtag strategically. Number 12 is not monitoring the brand mention. So if you want to see what your competitors are doing, and what your audience doing with your competitors, or what the audience with the competitors are doing, right? So you have to check your competitors on the social media as well. So that's what I mean by not monitoring the brand mention. In fact, there's an awesome tool. I'm not sure if it's free right now, but I'm kind of grandfathered on it. It's called Tagboard, tagboard.com. If y'all can find a similar tool, do let me know. So the cool thing about Tagboard, I can check and see the social media mention of my brand, and I can also analyze my competitor and see what their customers are saying. Okay, so this awesome tool called Tagboard. I mean, it will pull data for you from in real time, by the way, on your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Flickr. I don't know, but because I know Google Plus has been shut down, so you can check it out. I'm not sure if it's free completely. I'm kind of grandfathered, so when I log in, I can still use it when they came up a long time ago. But y'all want to check it out. If y'all know something similar to Tagboard, please do share with me. Okay, this is an awesome tool to help you mention your own brand and also your competitors. Very, very important. So that was number 12. Number 13, spamming. What is this? Uh, Oh, spamming with overly promotional posts. You don't want to just, and this is very common with the small businesses. As soon as they open a Facebook page, all they do is promote the restaurants, the clinics, the yoga classes. No, you don't want to just keep promoting the heck of it. You have to. Social media is all about socializing, right? That's how you build the awareness, build the trust, right? You can't be just promoting the heck out of it. I mean, it depends. If you're a big, well-known company, Fortune 500, yeah, you can promote all day long, like in makeup and Sephora and e-commerce stores and Amazon. You can do that all day long because that's the niche, right? But for you, you got to start with the education, content, building a trust, then promote your product. I would say promote your product like once a week, for example, and see how that goes. Number 14, attacking negative comments. Very popular. When you get negative comments, you don't want to respond like you're some sort of gangster, right? That doesn't work. You have to respond professionally with politeness and but professionally, right? Even if you disagree with the negative comment, just be professional because other people are going to see it, right? When they see that you're really taking charge and you're doing your best to help, even with the negative comment, they will actually appreciate you more. So don't just go crazy and attack them. Okay. Let's see what else I have. Oh, social media policy. That's number 15. That's the last one that I have. Social media policy. Make sure that anytime you sign up with any social media account, read their terms of service. Okay, I know most of us don't, but read their policy. What does it say? Because people think that, hey, if I'm putting my stuff on Instagram, I own it. No, you don't, because it's a public domain. I can come and take your picture and do stuff with it. You know what I mean? In fact, I think there was a guy in New York who opened a museum with all these. He picked up like a some of these Instagram pictures, and I think he sold some of them for like 100 grand. Right? People sued him, and they actually he won. People lost. So be careful. Read this privacy policy. Understand what it means, because when we use social media, in general, there's no privacy, right? You're basically giving your information out there in the internet and for anybody to see. So you can't fight that. So make sure you read the privacy policy, the terms of service of all these social channels to exactly what it is, right? Number 16, Shannon talked about that. Always check the settings in profile because sometimes they change. I would say number 17, and that is security. You got to be very smart about how you use your channel, because especially for those that have children, you have to be very careful, because I had a friend who works with the missing children and human trafficking. I mean, he was telling me that the majority of these sort of crazy stuff that happens for children and for boys and girls are actually from social media. So when people go live using Periscope, and their location is on, there are so many software out there that can tell me where you're exactly located, right? So maybe we can next time talk about privacy and security when it comes to social media. I have a friend in California who does local workshop teaching parents on how to keep social media secure or safe. Teach your kids to practice common sense, because a lot of crazy thing can happen in the social media if you don't know how to use it, right? I think that's a very important subject we can talk about later on. So there you go, folks. These are all the common mistakes that I still see even in 2020 on the social media platform. So I hope if any of them you are still doing it, make sure you fix it, adjust it, and stop doing it. Okay, so you can stand out than the rest, right? So you can start branding your business properly and generating that awesome what do you call it, profits and the money. You know what I mean? Okay. Let me know if you have any more questions. I'm going to bounce in 5-10 minutes here. Let me know if you have any more question about common mistake or any mistake that I did not share. Feel free to put it in the comment section. Thank you for your time, Akhi. Anytime, brother. No problem, man. Jazakallah khayran for tuning in. So don't forget, check out Spark Turo. Look at how many of your Twitter followers are fake. You can also put your favorite politicians' Twitter account and see how many fake followers they have. Don't forget to get a copy of Complete Guide to Facebook Targeting Checklist. Make sure you get a copy from this website. Okay, really good stuff. And if you want to keep learning Facebook ad, go to facebook.com/blueprint. All the free courses right here. They're not too long. They're probably like 5-10 minutes each, 7 minutes. It's very good. So do check it out. And don't forget to check tag board, right tag, and daily purposes. Yeah. All right, let's see what else I have here. You're most welcome, Shannon. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wait, Yusuf, wait. Kanan Monroe. Yes, what do you have? You have a question? Do you have a question? Because I'm about to bounce. I'm leaving. Good night, Shannon. Let's see if anybody. Oh, YouTube. Oh, let's see. YouTube. YouTube. All right. Okay, Greg Guzman. We'll get together more about buying a domain name and everything. I just don't want to mess anything up. You know, that's true, bro. It's fine. Look, even if you mess things up, it's okay. That's how we learn, by embracing the mistakes. But if you learn from me, you're going to make less mistakes. Okay. Marisol, when do you plan to analyze website? I've been using Google Analytics, Google Posts, and Yelp. I don't see a big difference in our client increase. I'm currently going to start a video and blog as well. Yes, blog will be great because try to use this. Send me your website one more time so I'm going to look at it. And I need to also run your local listing analysis. So when it comes to blog, make sure you use this awesome tool right here. It's called Answer the Public, right? Answer the Public. It's coming up. It's taking a while. So Answer the Public. Use this tool. Put the keyword right here. Let's say CPR or emergency CPR or travel, whatever, and see what kind of popular question pops up. And based on this question, when you click on them, it will take you to Google. Then it will show you what kind of contents are showing up. So you can use the question as a way for you to blog. Make sense? Because your audience are looking for information. Okay, so give me your website one more time. I'm gonna look at your business address again. I'm gonna run that local listing because organic things takes time. People need to understand that if you do anything organically, it is a slow process and it takes some time. If your objective is to get customers on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis, then you do have to invest in Bing advertising or Google advertising or Facebook ads. And even if you invest in those, it has to be done properly. For a beginner, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, but you have to hire an expert like myself so we can run it for you and see what happens. If you don't want to learn to do by yourself and take the risk, then you pay somebody else to do the work, right? Kanan Moore. Okay, nothing. Just kidding. Good one, Kanan. Wait. Okay, Mariska CPR. Awesome. I'll check it again because I have to go somewhere in like 5-10 minutes, but I'll definitely check it. And I'll send you. I don't. Did I check it last time? Did I look at it from on-page SEO perspective, from user perspective? You said you have Google Analytics, right? Does it show you how many visits you're getting, where they're coming from? So maybe we can do this. Tomorrow is Friday. If you, excuse me, sorry about that. If you give me temporary or view access to your analytics and Search Console, what we can do a review in my session, and we can come live, look at your website, and see what's happening. We can log into the analytics and see what's happening. Then I'm going to give you some feedback on how to improve that. Okay, we can do that as well. So let me know if you want me to do that. If you want me to do that tomorrow around the same time, like 9 p.m. If not, then sometime next week for sure. Okay, so we can have everybody see exactly how the analysis or how basic analysis is done and what would be the next step. Make sense? Okay, so I looked at it before. Awesome. Okay, that's awesome. Then I'm gonna run the analysis again. Then if you have a copy of what I sent you before, then we can do a comparison to see if there were any improvement. Okay, so we'll definitely do that. All right. Okay, folks. Any more questions? Just let me know how to do that. Okay. If you want to. For example, if you want to know how to add somebody as an admin or with read only access, all you have to do is simple. All you have to do is just go to your best friend YouTube, right? And let's see, go to your best friend YouTube. Let me go ahead and go to YouTube and do a search for how to add user in Google Analytics 2020, for example. Right, just do a search and look for anything in less than few months. I see there's 3 month content and created content. No, not this one. Go. Oh, these are how to add user to analytics. Oh, very old. How to set up. Okay, if you can find it on YouTube, you can just Google how to add users on analytics. In fact, I'll just email you. I will email you or Facebook message you with the steps on how to do that. So if I can get read only, that means I'm not going to be able to make any changes. I just want to read the data, or I can show you here on live streaming how to read the data, basically. Okay. Let's see. Awesome. Thank you very much. You're most welcome. Well, answer the yeah. You haven't seen Answer the Public, Shannon. I thought I've told you before, didn't I? I mean, check this out. Answer the Public. Let me go on and show how this thing is amazing. I mean, it's super amazing, especially for content writers. It is so amazing because even for marketers like us, we want to know what the customers are searching for. Oh, what is happening here? We're all searching for. Okay, let me go and click search. How to add user to Google Analytics 2020? Yes, or 2019. But I will send you. I will send you the steps. You are most welcome. Okay, I will send you for both, and we'll go from there. So check this Answer the Public, one of the awesome tools that we heavily use, and we love it. I mean, we actually share this tool, all the material. You can use the free version. If you pay, it's like $100 a month. That's what we have our client do. But it is an awesome tool. We share this with like really big companies when it comes to like content marketing consultation. We definitely use this, and it's been working great. I mean, the clients that are in charge of writing content based on the questions, they're actually getting a lot of traction, a lot of engagement, because the audience are there. Okay, let's see. Sherry, add users. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Sherry. And you can add as many as you want. Let a user go to account, private viewer. Awesome. Thank you so much, Sherry, for putting the steps. I highly appreciate it. That's awesome. Sherry's like, no, it's awesome. Okay. So this thing's still searching. It's fetching data. It's taking a while. Okay. Anyway, so check out. Come on. Oh, there you go. Oh, what happened? Oh, it's still searching. Are people looking for yoga right now? That's weird. It's not coming up. I only see one person. All right, folks, it is 10:51 p.m. Central Time. Marisol, check out Sherry's comment. That's the way how you can do it. If you get in trouble, let me know. You just have to add my full email address, yusufchowdhury@gmail.com. That's how you add me as a user. Okay, this search is taking forever. I think because I'm live streaming, so it's slowing things down. Let's see. It won't let me check CPR without a pro account. Interesting. That's okay. I'm gonna do the check. Maybe that's weird. That's weird. I'm gonna check myself CPR and see what comes up, because the free version will allow you to use it once a day. So if you use it today, maybe like 2 or 3 times, after that it will force you to pay it. So you have to wait 24 hours and try again, or clear the cache and try again. My email is Yusuf Chowdhury. That's YusufChowdhury. Just like my Facebook name, you copy the Facebook name. It's one name, Yusuf Chowdhury at gmail.com. That's my email. And now the public knows my email, right? All right, folks. Any more questions before I bounce? Oh, thank you, Sherry. This is the co-working spot. Is one of the locations. There's 4 locations for this place. Hopefully sometime I'll do it from the Broadway location and the Stone Oak location, and there's another one. Mr. Escobar will pretty soon open another one here all the way down. Is it 14 or I-10? I can't even see the difference. There you go. Yeah, that's my email. Thank you. YusufChowdhury@gmail.com. All right. All right, folks. It's 9:53 p.m. Central Time. I gotta bounce. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in this evening. And if you're watching this as a replay, just tap replay on the comment section so I would know. And if there's any topic you want me to cover tomorrow, do let me know. Leave it in the comment section, or any other question, I will definitely address it tomorrow. Okay? All right, I'll see you later. Have a good night. Bye bye.